say thank you. I think about all the people who supported me. This is your victory. This is your victory. Don't forget that. That's what this was all about tonight. I also want to thank my opponent for a lot of good discourse, and we maintained civility. I spoke to David just a little while ago. We did concede very graciously. And I spoke to him this morning. And I said, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on during this race. And the one thing I respect about him, and he said he respected about me, is we never let the stuff go on the outside that really was not the best stuff I've seen, live and anonymous. And David and I both agreed it was important for the people of this county to understand that in a race for county executive, when people look for someone to lead their county, they can't afford to see a distraction like that. And I give David a lot of credit for maintaining that poise during the I want to thank the county and town Republican chairs for all the work they did, Mr. Reeder and town chairs. Our GOP committee people, who from the beginning have been behind me, getting the petition signed, getting things done. I want to give them a lot of credit also, obviously. Our campaign leadership, there were a lot of questions early on, not about the fact that how could I win this race as a Republican and maybe getting an independent line. That wasn't going to happen. But our leadership, there was a lot of questions about whether or not my selection for campaign manager and my selection for our media and strategist teams was really the best choice around. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I will tell you now, in fact, I don't have to tell you this, I've heard from many of you. Chris Day, my son, and I have warned people that he's skilled in two things critical to politics: combat and logistics. I think Chris showed everybody what a good campaign manager is about, and obviously I'm proud of him as my son, but he's earned his stripes, or maybe his bars. He was a captain during his campaign, and I'm proud of the campaign that we ran. We didn't get in the gutter. We ran it on issues, and that's what people voted on, and I owe this to my son, Chris. Our media team, Casal Group from up in Cooperstown, they did a phenomenal job with our print, our media, our TV. I acknowledge that. Our campaign leadership, our captains in each town, who most, I think they're all here tonight, our chiefs who handled the signs, who handled phone banks, who did so many things. I want to thank them for organizing 250 people who volunteered for this campaign. Those are the ones we knew about. We found out other people who just decided to help out anyway. But those are the folks who did the handouts, stood in front of supermarkets, made the phone calls. They were all over the place. And the advantage we had here is that these were people who signed on to the campaign, some who just met me, some who knew me for a long time. They gave this campaign heart and soul. They spoke to people and talked personally about what we were trying to do here in county government and for this community. And they really made this happen. They really did. And I want to thank all the volunteers here who can hear me now and who cannot for all the things they did to make this happen tonight. Thank you very much. I would be remiss if I didn't thank many, many groups that made this happen. I looked at some of the numbers today, and it's just staggering. We created an independent line called Preserve Rockland. That line is beholden to That line, I think, garnered almost maybe around 10,000 votes tonight. 10,000 votes. That's more than all the third-party lines put together. And this line, this is why it was so important, created by civic groups. Most notably, a Clarkstown Preservation Society, Preserve Ramapo, a litany of civic associations across this great county with one goal in mind: to return government back to the people without any strings attached. Organizations from our businesses, our Rockland Business Association, to our unions, we all joined together in recognizing that the time has come in Rockland County. We need to work together. and we need to find common ground. And the things that we spoke about during the campaign, economic development, preserving Rockland, righting our fiscal ship, these are things that happen collectively. They weren't an Ed Day idea. They weren't a Chris Day idea. These are ideas that came collectively from a number of people and a variety of organizations. That's why it made sense to the electorate, because people understood it. I want to say one other thing. Besides, I said, people donated so much time, money. I can't begin to tell you what it's like. I got a check a couple of days ago from a senior citizen. It was almost an identical situation that I ran the first time in 2005. A $15 check. And she said to me, she liked what she heard, and I can assure you that $15 meant probably $15,000 to most of us. And I saw her today, and I thanked her. And it's a very special gift when you see people give so much of themselves financially, give so much of themselves emotionally. I felt very confident in this campaign because I saw people look at me and talk to me, and you could see there was a connection. It was something they believed had to happen. And I will just say this to all of you. I want to thank you for that gift. I don't think any of you really understand what it's like to have people believe so strongly in you. It is something I will cherish forever. It is something I will never betray. It's something I will take to my grave with a smile. And I want to thank you all for that belief. I want to emphasize something. With this victory tonight here, this was Rockland County today who won this victory. Obviously, we have parties involved and things like that, but this was not about party. It was about people. The people who stood up and said, we want a balanced and fair government. We want everybody to be treated in a fair and balanced manner. We want to have integrity in government. We want to have honesty in government. People are yearning for something like that. And you know something? That's not a high bar. In my eyes, a fair and balanced treatment of all, special preference for none, integrity, honesty, not opening a paper up and seeing corruption. I don't think it's a high bar to hit. But I'll hit it, and I'll exceed it. And I will not tolerate anything less than what I just spoke about, ever. Here's a challenge. Make no mistake about it. This county is in a situation now where we are in crisis. You know, we keep hearing things are getting better. We are in crisis. Starting January 1st, we are going to enact measures to ensure that we right the ship in this county so our children and grandchildren can stay here. So our seniors have a chance. That said, we don't start January 1. We start today. Today we go to work. Today we look around the room and look at each other and say, this is going to be something that we're going to take care of together. We're going to focus on goals important to all of us. We are all going to be part of this effort also. Nobody will be left out of this. This will be an inclusive effort that will reach across ethnic, religious, financial, any kind of demographic you can think. We have to do this. We cannot be a house divided, to quote a great 16th President Abraham Lincoln. Divided we fall, united we stand. And that is the way it has to be in this county. So we are going to have an outreach to every part of this great county of Rockland. And we are going to solve the problems in front of us. We're going to move forward. And as I said before, we're going to return to this county. The one that we love. This county. Place that many have born here, some adopted like we did, to raise our family and make lifelong friends. We're going to return this county to the great county we know it is. And as time progresses, we're going to be looking at Rockland County, not in the negative, not what we're seeing now, not what we're hearing now. We're going to, again, understand how proud we are, why we moved here, why we want to stay here. I love this county, and I'm going to spend every ounce of my strength. In with you to make sure that we get there, and we will get there. Again, I thank you for your support. I thank you for everything you've done for me and my family. I treasure your friendship. And again, onward. Onward to the great